Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, daily tarot and oracle, daily insight on life and love. I can talk for November. Oh my God, what is with this? Sorry. For December 7th, 2021, also being timeless. Wherever you're catching this in time, it could be extremely relevant. I want you to go back, look at November 7th's reading. That might have something that's going on for you right now, because I don't know what's going on, but there's a thing. So there might be a sign that would be coming through for you. So again, this is a general collective reading. Don't ever force these to fit your life. Don't ever force these to fit your life. If it does make sense, I do hope that is a good message. If it doesn't make sense, I hope I entertain you. All right, this is not working. I got this. I can do this, right? Okay. So good. Oh, we got the Queen of Cups. I love her. I'm all about her. She's emotionally secure. She's got her stuff together. We are friends. Okay, so this is somebody who's completely in control of themselves emotionally. But I also feel like this is somebody who can understand and direct drama to the appropriate channels. So here, this is somebody who can handle anything that is thrown her way. She is focused. I say she, it's androgynous and I don't care. So this reading is going to involve feminine energy, which I can dig. We all have feminine and masculine inside of us, but it looks like feminine energy is cutting themselves at an old narrative that they no longer passion for, that they can't survive in. So this is getting rid of what seems to be either a karmic person or situation in their life or a karmic theme. What about it? You haven't closed off the chapter, have you? You're facing the karmic situation right now. You're discovering how much you couldn't have survived in this. Ugh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You're getting freed, that's the thing, but you're tying off the loose ends right now. These seeds were never going to take root. The ones that you keep struggling with in your life, they were not going to take root. If this is somebody who has taken advantage of you, who's exploited your good nature, who, taken advantage of you, who hasn't done anything positive in this. If this is a person or a situation, I want you to understand that the seeds are not working. Sorry, I get a notification. I need to put this on airplane mode when I record. I love you guys so, so much. However, when I pop up, suddenly it's like, that's what you see me doing. So listen, it's time for you to be a fool and take a chance on something. Look at this Fool energy. This is somebody who, God love them, it feels like they are being impulsive. It feels like it's spontaneous, but really, this is taking a lot of courage. The Fool is a very courageous person, whether they realize it or not. This is something where they just hope and see that Spirit is going to catch them. They have this very open and beautiful connection with Source and Spirit, and it's something that they carry with them that is coming into bloom. It looks like the mountain ranges are in the far distance, but what we don't see is that this is not necessarily a leap. It is a step forward, and they're only taking what seems to be necessary things with them. They're not looking down their nose. They have their head held high, and they know that this is going to be something that is a journey. The Fool is beginning a new journey. I like this. Man, there's a huge sense of obligation. It feels like you are chained to something, chained to an idea, chained by, I don't even want to say knowledge, but a huge sense of obsessiveness. You are obsessed, dancing around this entire thing, And what I see here is the Queen of Cups turns into the Queen of Swords. And this is somebody who says, speak now. Speak now. I don't want to hear any sort of quietness. Tell me the truth. Tell me what's going on. So this is somebody who is very independent, has a huge sense of self. And it's something where you cannot mess around with this person. So what I'm seeing here, very self-assured, very confident, kind, very kind, but will not put up with anybody's crap. So this is the flip side of the Queen of Cups. Speak softly, carry a big stick or sword. Carry a big sword because it's the Queen of Wands. Okay, so what else about this? The feminine aspect of this had to step more into the masculine role because masculine energy in this was incredibly ungrounded, fragile even, and really not making the best decisions. And it was something that seems to affect everybody around it. It's somebody who would be normally very self-assured, but I think that these were a lot of missteps based off of how scattered this person felt. This person was losing control. This could be a male or female, I do not care, or whatever you identify as. This could be somebody who is very unfairly trying to mask what seems to be an insecurity and ignorance with control. And it's not going to happen. You can't scare somebody into this anymore. Not you, not royal you. At least that's what I'm getting in this. Walk away from anything that is power hungry. You are not going to win. There's nothing about this that is going to work out for you. I'm seeing you got to pick yourself up by your bootstraps. The biggest power move that you could do with this, because you're not going to be fighting against anybody, is knowing when to walk away from a failing situation or a failed situation or one that is so incredibly toxic. I'm not telling you to do anything illegal or horribly irresponsible. I'm telling you, know when enough has been enough. Pull yourself up and make the executive decision to walk into another direction. Your wish is granted. What you want is on the other side of all of this choice. The thing is, you and what you've been going through, however long this has been practice in getting here. Why did this happen to you? Why is this happening to somebody who is supposedly such an amazing person? I say that, don't think that I'm calling you a liar or anything. It's, while you are very nurturing, there was a lot of emotional healing that had to do from the trauma that you had experienced. It's not about holding on to a grudge. It's not about just letting bygones be bygones. When you work through what seems to be the emotional healing of this, it's not going to be such an anchor in your life. Alrighty. Oh, we got TikToks going. Oh, I gotta love the TikTok. You are really stepping into purpose. And this is divinely guided. All of this. There's marriage coming in, so huge commitment. You found whatever it is that you are looking for. And this is something that is involving matters of the heart. Now, this can be very strongly love, but it can also be your heart's calling, something that is massively fulfilling to you. Seems like it's at a pause right now. You are creating the vision of the future. So whatever you are doing right now is going to be what transforms in the future. So there's a lot that you need to learn about yourself and what you want, rather than getting lost in what seems to be pessimism or some sort of low ball energy. You have found what you are looking for. You found the path. You have this core essence of it in your heart. But what I'm seeing is, while you have found whatever it is in regard to matters of the heart and commitment, it's going to be something that is hitting a pause. And it doesn't mean that it's going away. It means that something about it needs to be taken stock of. And it looks like you need to create the seeds that you are moving forward with this. You have to be very mindful of what you allow into your circle, but also when to put the energy outward or do the recovery and allow it to come inward towards you. It's very difficult for you to actually step back and let something come to you because you're not uncertain of how it's going to come to you or what it is that's going to come to you, because you don't get to micromanage the situation. But whatever it is, I want you to rest assured that you can be completely open and accepting of it. Getting pulled to Rider Waite again. All right. Karmic lesson coming in. What is the karmic lesson? So what I'm seeing here is the rebirth of the Empress. It's ruled by Venus. Check out your Venus sign and what house it's in. There's a karmic lesson in the heart, or in the Venus, in the relationship house. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but something needs to be let go of. You are getting rid of what seems to be abandonment issues, which you have been holding yourself back on. And I think that you've probably been feeling incredibly burnt out from this. There's nothing in front of you that is holding you back. You're a part of the wall. You don't have a wall in front of you. You don't have anything in front of you. What's struggling about this is you have become the wall. You've had so many blocks that have been placed in front of you, and you have been either absorbing the energy, or you've been not facing it, or you've been letting this somehow take over in your life, where the wall no longer exists and you have, well, it no longer exists in front of you, but you've become your own wall. You see exactly what it is that is at the feet of the wall. And for some reason, because it's what you're made out of, you can't let this climb, scale, go over, knock down the wall. So what is the advice? Because I do see that you are stepping into purpose. I do see that there's heart healing and commitments that is coming in. But I also see that there is a stupid narrative that you are telling yourself on why you need to hold back. I say that very, very playfully. I don't want you to actually think that you are stupid, but whatever it is, you have to give a shred of faith. You know, I know that you're afraid. I know that you're scared. I know that you've probably given up. I know what that's like. However, if there's a shred of hope in you, and I truly believe that there is, then you are going to be led to victory in this. Follow that little shred. It might be a risk, but it's a risk worth taking. And then we have the sun, which is in reverse. So what is this? Oh, that did come out. Oh, God. You know, I wish I could give you a hug. I wish I could give you a hug. Something that wasn't making you happy, or that wasn't growing, that wasn't based off of any sort of innocent connection, or whatever that judgmental feeling is, whatever this false happiness was for you, it's not growing. You need to understand that whatever was not fulfilled in your life was never meant to be fulfilled at that time. It was something that was way too dependent on, and it wasn't something that was growing. And it's a karmic situation that you are still dwelling on. Now, what I'm seeing here is the Seven of Swords. I know that you're dwelling on the past. There's no way that you're not. If it's something that keeps coming to mind, you're still thinking about it. Whether or not you have a negative reaction towards it, you're still hooked on it. You are about to discover exactly why this was not going to be something for you. You are going to be so happy that you didn't get what you think that you had wanted. You have your entire world, entire future to look forward to. There is a stick that you have to leave behind. There is a new beginning that came to an end. However, we still have this one wand right here, which is leading the path, and it's from lessons of the past, and it's something that you can actually take mentally, memory-wise, and not be attached to, and use as a guiding force for the future. You are getting a leg up in this. Everything that you've experienced that was a hardship, the karma, the pain, it was not for nothing. None of it was for nothing. So when we start to look at our injuries, emotional or physical, mental, spiritual, whatever the injury is, when we start to look at it, not how it has incapacitated us or disabled us into some degree, we start to see what it taught us. All right, so you probably know what to look for in connections when something is either losing interest or something is not working out, and I think that you're less attached to forcing it in either way. So then we have chop wood, because you know that you can't take on other people's burdens. The leg up, that's, I think it's about trusting that help is going to be there. Whatever you can't or won't, actually, no, scratch that. Whatever you can't do, Spirit is going to help you out with. But if you simply won't do it, you're going to have a lot of lessons to learn. A lot more. You're going to keep repeating the same cycles and patterns. You don't really have the choice, but this is kind of like a warning, and it's actually emphasizing why this can happen. You cannot step up and enable somebody's bad behavior. This is going to have repeating cycles in your life. It's going to have universal lessons keep coming in. The thing is, you know exactly what this is leading towards and what how it's going to hurt you. You cannot simply follow the leader just because somebody's giving you a directive with this. The karmic by the book is talking about how there are no shortcuts. So this is not doing the work and then saying F all and going another way. It's about knowing when to say enough is enough. You've learned the hard lessons. Now it's time to go towards your serendipity. All right, and what's this? Hold on. What is this? Okay, so these two came out. You're going to be experiencing a time of purge, and you have no idea why it has to be this thorough, but I want you to know that the treasure island it's in reverse. So you're hanging on either consciously or subconsciously to some aspect of the past because you think that that's like the best that it could get or that you would have to settle for, when Spirit is saying, listen, moron, you have no, I'm not calling you a moron, I'm being playful. You have no idea how amazing, how beautiful the treasures up ahead are, what's truly going to make you happy and what's going to give your heart peace. So hold on, I want these two. These came out. You're ready to break away from the past and you're ready to take this lunge into the future. But you have to decide when this chapter is closed, when this part of your life is able to be moved on from. If you're dragging your feet, you are going to experience a lot of uncomfortable challenges, but it's necessary for you to break away from. If it's incredibly excruciating, if this is something that is overwhelming, I want you to know that it's not because you deserve pain. You deserve peace. You deserve happiness. You deserve all the treasures of the world. You deserve good luck. But the thing is, you have to say when enough is enough and have that be in your heart when enough is enough in a situation that's not going to be progressive moving forward or that you have outgrown. Just because you can fit in does not mean that you belong. That either started in the beginning of this or in the mini reads. I want you to double check. But also don't forget to check out the November 7th, 2021 readings. There's something about that in there that is making connection to now. How do I know? Because I stupidly said it at the beginning. And why would I do that? Because, well, I don't know. I just couldn't get over it. So anyway, something is breaking away from your life. And I want... What do I want? All right, I want the Saints and Angels. No, it's not Saints and Angels. The daily messages from your angels. Okay, so what are you breaking away from or going towards? All right, so educational things you are working towards. And then we have the third eye chakra. You're breaking away and going towards spiritual awakening and education on it. And also we have going towards an earth angel. You are here to teach about love. And this, you're incredibly sensitive. I don't want you to lose that sensitivity. You're breaking generational traumas, curses. You're breaking bad patterns that have occurred in this life. And I want you to know that this high sensitivity is really going to work in your favor. You have got to clear yourself right now, and you are filled with so much integrity, but don't let that be something that could be manipulated and lock you down. You have a whole entire beautiful and unfolding future to look forward to. You are more than worthy of it. You have to break away from your past and go towards this incredible future for you. I genuinely hope that this reading made sense. If you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and reach out in private messages or the email address that's been provided, which would be in the description. Ask about services, availability, sales, and, well, don't forget your time zone. So, yeah, I think that's it. This has been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the Daily Insight on Life and Love for December 7th, 2021, also being timeless. I do hope that this finds you well. I really look forward to hearing from you. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. So if you found your way across this, I need you to know I almost well, it wouldn't be almost an accident. I accidentally almost, there you go, just set myself on fire trying to light incense. How may you ask? Well, I'm pretty talented. Part of the ember went flying back at me. I have a sweatshirt on. Could happen to anyone, really. So, if you found your way across this, what do you need to know? Ooh, spiritual awakening. Sorry I missed the Monday read for November 5th, 2021. Also timeless. I was on a plane from one of the best weekends I've had. Actually, I think it was the best, but that's neither here nor there. If you found your glorious way across this, what do you need to know? There's a rebirth, and this is only going to lead to success and victory for you. I really love this. It seems like it's divinely guided. There's a lot of power in it. And the entire charge ahead with this is incredibly protected. You may feel like, okay, so look, there's a skeleton in a suit. What does it need protection from? You may not feel like there is any sort of protection that is necessary for you, but for the amazing challenge and breakthroughs ahead, the new beginnings, the leadership that is coming in, you are definitely protected. As above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so is spirit. These are all things that are kind of sandwiching you in place. And it looks like as you truck along in this, it really looks like you start to develop your sense of self. That development of your sense of self is what's going to cause people to follow in your footsteps, watch you as a leader, whatever you happen to be doing. Now, I don't care if you're leading a march in the bread aisle at the grocery store. This is going to be something that is a breakthrough for you, and it's going to happen at any degree. And honestly, I want you to have confidence in it, because look at the horse. It's still white, but you want to know something? The power behind this is done with love, because look, this is a heart chakra color. This is something that you can actually wear. You can wear your heart on this power and wear it as if it's a sleeve. And this is something that is going to be involving intimate circles, because we have 6 and it's wands. It's dealing with passion. In your awakening, you are going to have this huge reignition of passion, and I really am looking forward to this with you. The sun is on the horizon. It's only going to get better for you. Keep charging up ahead. This is a new beginning, and it involves all success. Can't exactly find my lip balm right now, so we're going to go with lip gloss, and it's lip injections, so you're about to see some expansion. Looks like I got punched in the mouth, but you want to know what? I'm about it. There we go. Can you feel it? I can. It's kind of tingly. Anywho, If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. What do you need to know, Emperor? Does the Emperor have a new groove? What's going on? Alrighty. Ooh, something just flew out. The Star card. So this is Aquarius person, or Sun, Moon, Rise, Venus, or time frame, but also it looks like this is something where hope is being restored, and it's as you get into Emperor mode. Let's see. It looks like these are changes that you don't necessarily want to make because it's going to have a lot of challenges. You're not quite closing out a cycle in your life now, are you? But you have to make a choice. You're the Emperor. You have every reason to hope for this. These are going to be incredibly large challenges that you're making, and it is going to be a complete overhaul. The thing is, you know you're going to be happy either way. So instead of just letting things kind of run through, why don't you pick a direction? What's going to come from this? There's no choice. I mean, there's a choice, but really the only choice is commitment, new path, something that you get to share. So this actually might be you kind of getting on your own platform, and I want that, or a soapbox. Make sure you bring a portable soapbox. I want you to step on it. So this is going to be a commitment, and it's also going to be something that is incredibly spiritual or faith-based, but I see this as you. All right. You're going through a spiritual awakening. You're getting your power. You're getting your stride. All this change is happening around you. There's every reason to have hope, and this is going to be something that calms the storm that is going on. But I want you to know that you signed up for this. You don't have a choice to back out of it. You just have to pick a side, and you have to completely stick with it. It is going to be you breaking through all the chaos and actually finding some sort of truth. It's the real truth. It's the honest God's truth in this. It's just you're going to have to start defending your choices and sticking by them, because this, you've stepped into commitment with this, and it's for your best. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message, so listen with an open heart and an open mind. It seems like it's perfect timing right now for you. So this is the right time for you to move forward and start doing some research. You have all of the power to make this a success for you. You have the ability to resolve this situation. Do you honestly want to resolve it though? That's the kicker. Because whatever is not going through right now is by your own subconscious choice. If something is important enough to you, you're going to find a solution. You need more information about it, look into it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This is going to involve an entirely new project with you. This is, so to speak, your baby. It doesn't have to be a literal baby, it's a figurative baby, but something is being given birth to. It's a new idea, a new way of living, a new way of being. And this is going to be about you getting in touch with your youthful masculinity. I think this rebirth is a point of you stepping more into authenticity. And let's see. Don't be afraid. The debt paid off, that makes me believe that you can walk away from a situation, not have your keister handed to you. But nothing is coming after you. The debt that's paid off is whatever you are walking towards is not going to be an illusion. You have the right to walk away from whatever the unhealthy situation is. And also getting outside of your own head. It's important that you detach from that sense of anxiousness. Huge doors are opening right now that you are going to choose to walk through confidently because, again, this. So what else about this am I getting for you? Why you? Really? Really? Why you? Okay. Why not? Honestly, do you have a better answer? Why not you? Why can't you do this? Why can't you either change paths, change careers, change your mindset? It's always something when you have more information, when you have more insight, you can make a better informed decision. And that's what's happening right now. Anything that you are choosing to avoid is actually going to bite you, again, in the keister with this. You don't get the option to be ill-informed on this. Everything is available to you, and you want to know what? Even if you feel like something is amiss, pay attention to your gut instincts, your intuition. If it's in your lower abdomen, that's intuition. If it's in your chest, chances are that's anxiety, and find the reason behind that bad boy. But don't be afraid to ask questions. There is a new path coming up, and I think that you're walking towards it even as we speak. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. Just because you fit in certain areas or with certain people does not mean that you belong. So are you holding yourself back because you know how to fit into a certain area? Why do bad things keep happening to you? A good person? You're trying to keep to an old narrative that doesn't make sense for who you are now and where you're going. Life is making you grossly uncomfortable because it's leading you to what seems to be amazing luck, serendipity. Serendipity. Serendipitous events, unexpected windfalls of good luck. That's what's happening. That's what you're walking towards. And you resisting that is where the pain is going to happen. Spirit is trying to tell you, listen, punk. I mean that in the most playful way. Why are you doing this? What are you getting out of it? What about familiar pain is so enticing to you? What about disappointments in people is so alluring for you? No, we're not doing that. You are totally watering yourself down in what it is that you deserve. You should have such higher, not expectations, but standards. So you want to know what Spirit's going to do? It's going to rock you of every single false narrative, false sense of security, false sense of connection. It's going to completely rattle it, put it into perspective. You are going to see these pieces in front of you and take a stone cold sober look at it. This is big jobs for you, big spiritual jobs. And you want to know what? The gift is coming out of this. It feels, we can always say the phoenix coming out of the ashes. I feel like it's played out. You are not repeating any more patterns or cycles. It may seem like you are repeating a pattern, but honestly, the feeling that I'm getting with this is you are on a higher perspective. You see things from a totally different angle. And what I'm seeing is you're seeing the message between the messages, and it's finding out what truly is going on and what's going to make you happy, and accepting the help that's coming on, because life isn't meant to be so hard. It's not meant to be so hard for you. And yet you think that you're somehow a sacrifice. No, sorry, you're not a sacrifice to the gods. You need to stop sacrificing your joy and happiness in this life. And until you learn when to say enough is enough to a bad situation or a bad conditioning or mindset in life, Spirit is going to increasingly make you different. Twist your arm behind your back until you say uncle. So this life is not meant to be as hard as it has been. Accept the good things that are coming your way and walk towards them. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. We're going to get the daily. No, this is not the daily. It's the magical messages from the fairies. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. What do you need to know? I'm a terrible shuffler. Affirmations just fell out. And then we have children. Your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. So it could be you bringing out the inner child. What am I doing? I feel like it's this one. Let go of everything that you thought you were supposed to be or how this life was going to go, and get moving on this new path. What's this? Oh, this one too. Flower power. Spend time outdoors. Spend time with flowers and flowers essence to increase your personal healing power. And then we have everything's okay. And what's this? Healer, healing, healed. Part of your wounds are coming out right now, which I'm sorry. I don't wish that pain on anybody. I know what it's like to do shadow work, and I know you're probably tired of hearing that you're doing shadow work. It's not lost on me. However, it's important that you get grounded and that you actually do that child wound healing that is coming out right now. That is coming up with you because you are part of what seems to be a spiritual wildfire The scent of the rose remains on the hand of the giver. That's what I'm feeling with this. Whatever is healing you, which would be you healing yourself, there's something igniting it. You are going to be that catalyst for others. Now, you might actually work with children in actual life, or this might be child wound healing or getting into the sense of adventure. But honestly, I see that you're about to create waves. And let's see. I think that this is about you drawing in the experience. So the affirmations, be very careful of your mindset and your energy. What do you desire? What do you want to bring in? What gets your energy up and going? What excites you? These are things that I want you to pay attention to. If something is getting this energy up and it's very organic, very natural, and you're putting it to creative, positive use, go with it. If this is something that is absolutely sucking the life force out of you, you have to learn when to say enough is enough. There is a block in what seems to be the flow towards you. This is the kind of flow that you want. It's material abundance. So this is saying, be curious about it. Learn to be like a kid again. Do the healing work, because you in turn are healing. You're healing not only generational stuff, you are going to ignite the wildfire to go even further out into the spiritual community. You have a very important part. So follow with what gets your energy up. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a mini message. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. There's a new beginning up ahead, and thank God the light is on the horizon. You just closed out a very, very painful cycle in your life. The best I can tell you, actually the best and worst that I can tell you is it can't get any worse than what it was. It's not. And it's not going to be this way moving forward. Now, it sucks for what you experienced, but I want you to know that that has given you new tools to use as a way to manage not only what's occurring now, but what would potentially occur down the road. So what's this? It feels like everything is stopping. Like, feels like something is missed. The Wheel of Fortune, a door is closing on what seems to be a union and relationship that you can no longer defend. This is something that was heavily invested in. And it feels like it was one-sided. It feels like you had to be strong throughout that entire ordeal. Whatever is coming to an end, this is hardship. I don't envy that at all. I'm super sorry for whatever broke your heart, whatever strained your heart, but there is something that is up ahead. There's a new offer that is coming in that you're going to want. It's everything that you've ever wanted, and I don't see you holding yourself back from it. For some of you, this might be an incredibly strong commitment. It might be spiritually based, but also this might be a change in commitment. So this feels very good, but it also feels very difficult in the same breath. I want one more card for the Spirit. What's this? So the change is going to be the hardships that are going to be coming up. What I love about this is, first off, you're seeing where you haven't been made a priority in the past, and that you can't hold yourself back for somebody who's not going to learn the lesson, or the same type of people who are going to learn it. And then we have the, I know I said it was the last card, but honestly, how can I leave it at the 5 of Cups? Okay, I want this right here as well. This is turning into a long read. This is going to be a 2-parter. So the Judgment is somebody who is trying to get away from what seems to be a karmic lesson. This might be a lesson that's already fulfilled that they keep perpetuating in this life, but also it's recognizing where they have lacked judgment, where they have not used the best judgment in their life, and they were completely full throttle in it. The hardship is understanding where in the past you were never heard, never understood, and that you kept trying to overcompensate for that. And then we have, where is it? Here we go. So this is telling me that there's an offer that is being put in your cup. It's a fish. This is very spiritually based. It is an offer. It's everything that you want. And I see the full-blown commitment in it. And I also see that you have to look at where you've been watering dead plants in your life and drop that burden, because you, my dear, have spread yourself so thin you broke. I feel like this is leading right back to what we said at the beginning of this. You have to let the past go. You have to let these past toxic relationships go. I get it. You've really put a lot of yourself into it. For who and for what and the why. Because I feel like it was very one-sided. You don't have to be so strong. Relationships that are worth anything are not going to be this hard. It's not going to be this hard. You're not going to have to hold back who you are and just to try and maintain things. That is something you have been grossly conditioned to believe was okay. If they care enough, they would change. Yes, but not to the point of who they aren't. It's not them transforming into who they are. And I feel like you had to transform yourself in such a way that was forced to be inauthentic. And I get it. It was your conditioning, but now it's time to break out of that. So the relationship that is coming into play, it's not going to be the one that breaks your back. In fact, I feel like the breaking has already occurred and now the pieces are coming back together. So what about your past do you still carry with you that you know that you need to let go? There's too much burden, too much weight, too much expectation that you still carry. It's time to let it go, because what you want is on the other side of all of this baggage. Congrats.